Good day. My name is Christopher Custodio. I'm here to discuss about Introduction to Technology Intelligence and Scouting, TM201 10-B, for Professor Glen A. Imbang of the University of the Philippines. Let's have a brief understanding. What is the meaning of technology intelligence and scouting? A technology intelligence is an activity that enables company to identify the technological opportunities and threats that could affect the future growth and survival of their business. It aims to capture and disseminate the technological information needed for strategic planning and decision making. Here's innovation methodology in technology scouting. Technology intelligence, identification, assessment, and usage of information on technological developments. Technology scouting, building and using a network of experts for competitive advantage. Technology management, acquisition, development, storage, usage, and selling of technological knowledge. As technology life cycle shortens and business become more globalized, having an effective technology capability is becoming increasingly important. What are the levels of technology intelligence? Technology intelligence could be both internal as well as external. Internal technology intelligence is called technology audit. External technology intelligence is called technology mapping. What are the process of technology intelligence? This process consists of 4 steps. 1. Organizing the competitive intelligence effort. 2. Collecting the information. 3. Analyzing the information. And 4. Disseminating the results. Now, what is technology scouting? Technology scouting is an element of technology management in which 1. Emerging technologies are identified. 2. Technology-related information is channeled into an organization. And 3. Support the acquisition of technologies. Technology scouting is a starting point of a long-term and interactive matching process between external technologies and internal requirements of an existing organization for strategic purposes. This matching may also be aided by technology road mapping. The technology scouting is also known to be part of competitive intelligence, which firms apply as a tool of competitive strategy. It can also be regarded as method of technology forecasting, or in the broader context, also an element of corporate foresight. Technology scouting may also be applied as an element of open innovation approach. Technology scouting is seen as an essential element of a modern technology management system. The technology scouting is either an employee of the company or an external consultant who engage in boundary-spanning processes to tap into novel knowledge and span internal boundaries. They may be assigned part-time or full-time to the scouting task. The desired characteristic of the technology scout are similar to the characteristic associated with the technological gatekeeper. These characteristics include being a lateral thinker, knowledgeable in science and technology, respected inside the company, cross-disciplinary oriented, and imaginative personality. Technology Scout would also often play a vital role in a formalized technology foresight process. To give you an example why technology intelligence and scouting is very important, in the United States, Project Socrates identified the exploitation of technology as the most effective foundation for the decision-making for the complete set of functions within the private and public sectors that determine competitiveness. To give you a brief detail about Project Socrates, it is a classified U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency program established in 1983 within President Ronald Reagan administration. It is also founded and directed by the physicist Michael C. Secora to determine why the United States was unable to maintain economic competitiveness and to rectify the situation when Reagan's presidential term ended and the Bush administration came to the White House. Project Socrates was labeled as industry policy and began to fall from favor. As a result, in April of 1990, the project was defunded. Here is the image of technology intelligence process, determining the need for information, acquiring information, evaluating information, communicating findings. Here is another example on how important technology intelligence and scouting in our daily process during the COVID-19 pandemic. At times, fighting a pandemic can feel like fighting a war. It is a war where humanity is all on the same side. And like in any war, it is also ingenuity that will help to turn the tide. We have seen and experienced the COVID-19 pandemic. Globally, all the governments, private companies, organizations, and private sectors had used the process of the technology, intelligence, and scouting to gather informations, our data, the technology, to be able to find solution to the global problem, which is coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic. Technology has helped us when we've needed it most. It's working now as we look to the new technologies to give us an update of COVID-19 data, contact tracing, mass testing, and new ways of coping with the virus and its consequences. Technology, intelligence, and scouting will help us with our recovery as we will build back better after COVID-19 pandemic. And I firmly believe that technology will continuously help transform our healthcare system, the way we live today, for the better in the decades to come. Another image for technology scouting in business process. Understanding clients, technology. Conducting technology search. Technologies ranking. Technology collaboration or customization. Protection and implementation of invention. Let's move on. The Center for Technology Management in Cambridge, United Kingdom, has defined technology intelligence and scouting as the capture and delivery of technological information as part of the process where an organization develops an awareness of technological threats and opportunities. The Internet has contributed to the growth of data sources for technological intelligence, and this is very important for the advancement of technology intelligence and scouting. The technology intelligence and scouting give organization the ability to be aware of technology threats and opportunities. It is important for companies and businesses to be able to identify emerging technologies in form of opportunities and threats, and how this can affect their business. In the past 2 decades, there has been massive growth in the number of products and services that technology has produced. And this is because it is a lot easier and cheaper to acquire and store data from different sources that can be analyzed and used in different industries. This process can be used to improve and further the growth of a business because the need to shorten the time lag between data acquisition and decision making is spurring innovations in business intelligence technologies. There are several tools called text mining and tech pioneer that make the technology intelligence process actionable and effective. This process consists of 4 steps: organizing the competitive intelligence effort, collecting the information, analyzing the information, and disseminating the result. Although this process is also beneficial to organizations, there are some challenges such as communication and interpreting the result. The process provides historic development. Technology intelligence is not new, but it is more important now that organizations and societies are being disrupted by the shift to an information and networking-based economy, also known as competitive intelligence. There are different stages of the evolution process. The interest stated in 1994 with numerous publications on the topic, government effort to encourage competitive intelligence, and the organization of the competitive intelligence courses and programs in universities. Then, in 1980s, the work of Michael Porter on strategic management renewed this interest. Between the 1970s and 1980s, a few companies started adopting technology intelligence process, but were not successful. This failure still causes a great uncertainty on how companies can adopt these practices. However, over the past few years, there is still a growing interest in technology intelligence process. The first generation of technology intelligence occurred when there was no long-term strategic framework for research and development management. A number of inefficient innovations were created due to the fact that there wasn't much coordination between the central research development and their technology needs. Technology monitoring was introduced to the central research department, but still there was errors. The recommendations were not efficient and their presentation was poor. And this didn't do much for the resource allocation process. The second generation of technology intelligence tried to strengthen the link between companies and R&D management for offering short-term technologies needs. But this was not enough, as the corporate strategy did not offer long-term guidance when it comes to emerging technologies. This could not be easily implemented because they had not adequately planned and were not receptive to recommendations. The technology intelligence process in this generation were focused on the customers in the short-term run. Information was collected, analyzed, and organized in the controlled manner based on the technology intelligence process of the researcher. And this limited to the efficiency of the technology intelligence specialists. In the third generation, technology intelligence, the corporate and the technology management both decide the strategy and content of R&D. The insufficient information about the knowledge of the market in the future is used as an opportunity to introduce long-term innovation to help the company grow and take advantage of opportunities. This strengthens the company's learning ability as all necessary parties are involved. This differs from the previous generations as technology intelligence positions of a coordination role as is decentralized. This is the stage that only a few companies have moved to and others are gradually doing the same. Tools, the key to actionable technology is being able to properly implement the use of its tools to correct and perform analysis on relevant data. The use of open innovation in a good way for business to take advantage of technology intelligence. When people within an organization can contribute technologies and ideas, it allows for increased growth. The use of these tools like text mining make technology intelligence more efficient and actionable. These tools are very important in planning for technology development by providing frameworks to aid the technology intelligence process. A common tool used in text mining. This tool obtains information from company data and analyzes and identifies patterns that will be beneficial to them. The benefit of text mining is that it is a keyword-based morphology analysis that allows you to assess the economic and technological value of the future technology. Another tool used is Tech Bionia. This tool identifies technology opportunities systematically by using a computerized procedure to identify keywords and analyze the architecture and framework of technologies. These tools are mostly used to provide numerous possibilities of future technologies and not necessarily predict the future. Scenario planning is also a part of the technology intelligence process. It improves the decision-making process and creates images of how the future might evolve, which allows companies to take advantage of the opportunities to grow. These scenarios can also identify possible threats process. The technology intelligence process consists of 4 steps. The planning step involves the company deciding to seize technology-based opportunities. Collecting information involves a number of techniques used to gather insights from data. The third step involves identifying these technological opportunities from the results. The last step involves putting the result into action and taking advantage of the knowledge the process has provided. Technology intelligence is crucial for the success of technology-based companies. It identifies technology opportunities by generating insight that can affect revenues and profits. It can result in a shift in strategy and improve the quality of a business, products, and services. The process also deals with large volumes of data and generate information that human cannot produce. A challenge of technology intelligence is that there isn't much conformity between the analysis generation and the time of the planning. There can also be some difficulties in communication and realize of results. Even when a firm has good technology intelligence, it can be problematic to actually get the information discovered to decision makers. Technology intelligence and scouting are rapidly becoming a widely recognized and important subset of the broader process of competitive intelligence. And now, I will leave you with the question for your reaction paper. Here is the question. In your field of industry, how can you apply the process of technology intelligence and scouting for you to be able to make your work easier and to help your office as well? Again, the question is, in your field of industry, how can you apply the process of technology intelligence and scouting for you to be able to make your work easier and to help your office as well? Thank you for listening.